Hi everyone, it's Gail, and I am here today with a little experiment. We are going to try our own pockets like these. These were a product that I bought at my craft store that was going out of business. I believe Lenny Benny or something like that. And I thought, I think I can make my own because I used up all of the ones that I purchased. So let's say hi and hugs and we'll get started. Hi and hugs to Samantha, Janet, Joy, and Heather. Thank you so much for watching and your kind comments. So these are out of a canvas. And of course, I've decorated this one, but I thought, I think I can make these, and I did. So this is the one I made. I want to try a couple of different fabrics. I also want to try paper, especially for those who don't have sewing machines. So we'll get started here with what I did. I'm real glad I tried it off camera first because I messed up first thing. In true Gail fashion. Okay, so let's get started. So the first thing I did was I did make a little template for the pocket, and I just folded a piece of paper in half. I kind of drew a wavy line on it and cut that out. And it's fine. It's not like theirs, but it's just fine. So so we have that to work with. We'll set that aside for a minute. And let me give you the measurements. So we are going to need a strip of fabric 10.5 inches by 4 inches. And as we put the next one together, I'll give you the various measurements of the pocket itself. So in essence, this is a tutorial. We'll see how it goes. Okay, so let's see here. I think we'll make another one out of this fabric just because I know it works. I think that's probably the way to go. Let's see, is this 4 inches? Let me just see what I've got here to work with. It is, okay. Okay, so, oops, sorry, I hit you already. Did I knock you off? Not too bad. Okay. So what I did was I just measured with a ruler, and I wasn't too fussy about it because, I don't know. I don't need to be fussy about it, I guess. So we're going 4 inches wide, right? So I just went along and measured at 4 inches-ish along the way. And then I measured from the bottom of the fabric, I measured 10.5, which I don't know if I can get it on camera, but I'll try. 10.5. So let me do another 4 here. And then I just put my ruler up against my marks and drew a line to be able to cut on. And then this one at 10.5. So now we have our 4 inches by our 10.5. So let's cut that out. We will get that cut out. I'm sorry if I'm off camera, but I'm really kind of wrangling this big bunch of fabric. So I'll get on camera as I go up the way here if I'm not. Okay. I'm going to cut this off for a little tag topper. So save that. Okay. Get rid of this fabric. So we have our 4 inches by 10.5. Okay. Alrighty then. Now I think at this point it's like decide which is going to be your flap. Because this is bent, I'm going to go this way. So now I'm just going to take my pattern, lay it on there. Again, I'm not precise about this. It's fine. And I'm just going to kind of cut around. It's just giving me a little bit of a guideline so that can make a little bit of a pattern on the flap. Okay, throw those away. All right, so this is what we have now. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is get it folded. So the first thing we're gonna do, as you can see, I've got the little fold over to make this a tidy edge. So that is 1 inch. So we're gonna fold it down 1 inch, right? Approximately. Again, it does not have to be perfect. Not at all. So, okay, so there's that 1 inch that we're going to fold down. I'm going to bring my sewing machine over, and especially since this fabric is bent, it'll be easier to just do this as we go. Okay, so we folded down 1 inch from the straight side, not the cut side. Now we're going to go as close, probably let's see, what do I have? Probably about 1/8 of an inch. I have a mark on my sewing machine foot, and so I'm going about 1/8 of an inch from the edge of the fabric. And we're just going to put a quick seam there. Easy peasy. Where's my scissors? And so that's the beginning, okay? Now, let me just scoot this over a little bit. Okay, so there we go. So we've got our little line. Now we want to fold this up, and it'll be about 4 inches that you fold up, okay? So let's just kind of eyeball it with the ruler here. Right about there is 4 inches, okay? Then we're going to fold this flap down, and your inches really don't matter on this. What you want to do is kind of fold it just above the sewing line of the other one, just above there, okay? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to sew this edge that goes above the other sewing line. So again, I'm going to go fairly close to the edge, that same, you know, eighth or a little more of an inch, and we're just going to run the seam down that, like so. Okay, that's done. Now we are going to fold that up. So we fold it up to about there. Now I'm going to do the side seams, and you might have noticed on these 2 seams I did not back stitch. I just ran a stitch, no big deal. So now on this one, because it's a pressure point and at the bottom too, I will back stitch on these 2. And again, I'm going to go about the same width that I had before. Just back stitch about 5 stitches or so. Okay, so there's one side. Again, like I say, perfection is not the object here, so don't sweat it. Just, you'll have the basics, and you'll just be able to put these together lickety-split, I think. So, okay, and then we're going to, once again, back stitch. Run the seam up, and back stitch. And voila, just like that, we've got our little fabric. Move this for a moment because we'll be cutting out more fabric. So there we go. We've got our little pocket. Got a pocket here. Our little flap that we can decorate as we did here. How fun is that? I'm pretty tickled. Can you tell? So let's try a couple other fabrics. I wanted to experiment a little. This is a, kind of a heavier canvas. And so I kind of wanted to try it with some lighter material. This one is some coffee dyed fabric. It's not quite as tightly woven as the other. So I want to give it a try. I do think I'm going to kind of cut an edge here, which, because this is all kind of crinkly and wrinkly. Again, I know I could iron, but if you know me, you know I don't even iron clothes, let alone craft supplies. So I'm just gonna go as straight as possible. And look what fun. On the side of a page. Awesome. Okay, so save that. All right, so now let's do our measuring. Here, we'll go 4 this way. Hope I can see my line. I think I'll be able to. So, yes, I thought this was really fun. So, that was a Forgotten Friday. If you missed it, a Forgotten Friends Friday, that I had found those little pockets in one of my drawers, and we went ahead and decorated them. So, so that was really fun. And then I was like, I could make these. I know I could. We're like that, aren't we? See something and think, I could do that. Okay, so get my... Now, if you've got your rotary cutter, if you're a whiz-bang seamstress, use your rotary cutter, whatever. Just cut it 4 by 10.5. I have a rotary cutter, but it's across the room and I can't be bothered. So I'm just doing it this way. Okay. And then this way. Okay, cool. There's that one. So as I look at this edge is nicely raveled. I think I'm going to use that as my little flap and not shape it. I think that's what I want to do with that. So this one, we just need to turn it down an inch or so. So let's just use our ruler. Just kind of like that, I think. Okay, I'll get Mr. Sewing Machine back over here. Okay. Let's give that a try. Gosh, I didn't even look at my time today. I'm going to try all these things and then we'll call it a video whatever time we've got. I totally didn't look. I was too excited to get going. You know how I totally did that wrong. Oh well. Variation. Variation coming. Okay. So that was incorrect. I sewed it on the folded side instead of by the... Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I've got extra embellishing. Let's just call it that, okay? Okay, quit talking and concentrate on what you're doing, Gail. When I realized I didn't look at my clock, I'm like, ooh, well, we're going to wing it. We'll see. We'll either be over or under. How's that? Okay, so now I have it sewn in the right spot. So let's just pull this up. Hopefully I'm on camera. We're going up our 4 inches again. Okay, ish. And then we're going to take, go down a little bit. Then we'll take our little flap and make sure it's kind of over the stitching there. Okay, and let's stitch that. Stitch our flap. Okay, did that. Okay, now this is the part where we need to make sure that it's covering that other stitching, like so. Okay, and nice straight, kind of straight, I'm kind of straight. How's that? Okay, and then we're gonna do our back stitch. And back stitch. Okay, and then this way. Back stitch. Make sure our little flap is under there. Okay, so let's check out our variation. All right, so yeah, so first of all, we did a little variation with what the flap looks like. So that's kind of fun, different. So I just used the raggedy edge, and I love that. And I sewed up there, which you don't have to do, but I think it looks kind of nice. So there we go with that. And this, I think this fabric works perfectly. So good to know. Now what I want to do is I want to try just a cotton fabric. I don't know what I have in here, but that's probably not big enough. Nope, a little too small. Okay, well let's use this one that's all different stamps. And then I can use it in that journal that's going to have the stamp cover. So we're going to have to go sideways, which I don't care because then things are, oh, okay. So I'm thinking about this, and what we turn over is going to be the wrong side, isn't it? Well, I'm going to try it anyway. I just want to see what this weight of fabric does. So, this is going to be real hard to see on these little stampies. Okay, let's do 10 and a half, is that right? Yep, 10 and a half. Which is right here on this line. I'm me cut that first before I can't see it anymore. I already can't really see it. Okay, that's where we're going to be there. And then our 4 inches. Let's do another up here. Yeah, so you know, you all who are quilters and whatever, you just cut this your professional way. I'm just doing it the Gail way right now. Yeah, right there. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think about that. So maybe better to use a fabric that has, you know, is the same on both sides like the canvas. But let's just see what happens, because we can decorate the wrong sides. We can put lace on them, something. Okay, this is, by the way, this is Kathy Holden fabric. Oh, I love my Kathy Holden. Okay, so on this one, I do think I would like the little flappy edge thing. The decorative edge. Let's call it that. That sounds real professional. Decorative edge happening here. Kind of, sort of. Yeah, this is going to be whatever it's going to be. Let's just say that. There we go. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Okay, so this is going to be our pocket, or do we want it this way? Let's look at this. So if we do that, yeah, then the flap is the only thing that's plain. Okay, so we're going to do our 1 inch here. Ish. And I just kind of finger press it, so, and hold on to it. Okay. Oh boy. Alrighty. Let's then do this. We'll do it correctly this time. Try to. And stitch down this little side here. Sorry, I'm off a little bit. Let me just pull that a little bit that way. Yep. There we go. Okay, let's see how this does. Okay. You guys, I oiled my sewing machine. I'm feeling it sounds so much better. I had to do it before my retreat because my quilter friends would have made fun of me. Not that I can't take being made fun of. I can. Okay, so let's see. We go 4-ish. And we gonna go right about there. So let's just press that a little bit, and then hopefully I'm even in camera. Am I? Yeah, sort of. I hope you're getting the drift, though. When we do it with paper, you will. Now I'm thinking, now that I'm on a roll with these, I'm thinking I might have to cut a bunch of 4 by 10.5 inch strips of fabric and make a bunch of these at the retreat. Oh, cute. Okay. This is turning out much better than I had anticipated. I was a little worried because of the plain, but I think it's going to be fine. Okay, so let's sew and backstitch and Run the seam down there and back stitch. Definitely a good candidate for mask making, I think. Okay. And the other side. And back stitch. I bound up. That's okay. That's all right. It's definitely, what do I want to say? The knot is there. It's not going to come out. Do all my cutting of threads. Okay, so this, I think this is going to work just fine. You know what? I'm actually going to run a stitch across there. I think, because this is lighter fabric, it's kind of pooching up a little bit. And I think just a little line right down here will help it. So I'm going to do it. Yep, that was the ticket. Okay, so yeah, I think this is going to be just great. I mean, let's see, what do I have? Just a little grab of something up here. Oh yeah, that's going to hold just fine. And then when it's like glued down on a page, how fun is that? Now I will decorate this part. My thought is to use a little cluster and add a stamp, which we might get to that. I think we will. Okay, so now you know how to make these little canvas pockets in either canvas or some fabric. Great way to use up some fabric scraps too. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a bunch of those. Okay, so let's try it with paper. I mean, you can sew the paper too, but I was thinking for people who don't have a sewing machine that might be, you know, something a way they could do this without having it be a sewing project. So let's do one without sewing first. Okay, so we're going to go 4 inches wide again. And we're going to go 10.5. And I am using a double-sided lighter scrapbook paper. So it's double-sided, but you can see it's lighter. It's not Blue Fern or Stamperia. This is a Hobby Lobby one. So we're gonna, you know, what we're gonna do is let's score it. How about we score it? So I'm gonna do 1 inch right here, right? To fold that over. And then, okay, and then let's do from that fold 4 inches. And that will be our pocket. And then how much do we want this to go down? Maybe about, maybe about 2, maybe a little more than 2. So let's 2 1/4. Let's try 2 1/4. Yes, that works. Okay, so score your 10.5 side at 1, at 5, and at 8 1/4. I'm going to write that down on my little cheat sheet because one of these is going in my idea journal. Score 1 inch, 5 inches, and 8 1/4 inches. Okay. Cool. So then it's just a matter of gluing, isn't it? I'm just going to set that aside so we can do some more. So then we'd glue this one all the way down, right? I mean, if you don't want to glue, you can use your sewing machine, and maybe we'll make another one and sew it. So I'm going to glue this completely down. Okay. Then this is going to go up, and this little flap is going to be there. Now, the thought I had with the flap before we glue it is, what if we use, like, where is it? Like this one. What if we use a little edge punch to give it a little, instead of you could do the cut if you wanted, but I was thinking an edge punch would be fun. So, just get that all punched. Okay. And I'm just going to clip that off a little bit. Okay. So we'd want to do that before we start gluing. But then that's cute, yeah? So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to glue down these sides of the flap. Like so. And then we're going to glue the sides here. Like so. Now, if you wanted this distressed, you would have distressed it prior to gluing. That's just a rule of thumb, really, is to distress before gluing. Okay. Now, I think I would like that better with a little rounded corner. Yep, I do. Yep, I do. So there we go. So there's the paper version. There is the paper version. Sweet. Okay, let's do, I have another kind of paper here. Let's do this one. And we'll sew this one. How about? Let me move my glue out of my way. Okay, so 4 inches, yep. Okay, and 10 1/2. Okay, so now, let's see. Yeah, I think I'll still score it. So we're gonna score at whatever we want as our top. This I think I'll use as my top, even though the birdie's gonna be all folded. Oh, I do really do some bad things to wildlife. So 1, 5, and 8 1/4. Okay. So we can put this away, and then we'll just pop that down. Do I want this? Let's just look at it. See what it looks like. And then this, like so. I think I'd like to punch that again. This gives it a little more personality. Uh-oh. She does it again. She gets her sleeve stuck. Oh, yo. Okay. Okay. Oh, isn't that cute? Okay. Yes. All right. So let's sew this one. Yeah. So we're going to sew the top inch. We're going to sew it on the edge, right? So let's do that. Good. And then we're going to sew the top edge of this one. And then we are going to sew the sides. Oops, there's another one. Threads everywhere. Okay, let's then do our back stitch. Okay. Oop. Got to back stitch. I took off. Okay. Alrighty then. There is that one. And once again, do we want to round the corners? I think so. I think they'll look cute rounded. So cute, right? Wow. And in this amount of time, we made how many? We've made 5 of these. That's pretty good, I feel like. Okay, so anyway, I think what I might do off camera is do, because I can do 4 more pockets, right? A 12 by 12 piece of paper, and you're cutting it at 4 inches. So see, so I'll have 3 out of that one piece of paper. That's awesome. With not a whole ton of waste, just a little bit. Let's see, so 10 and a half. You know, so 1.5 inches little bit that can be made into a tag or whatever. Might as well cut this one while I'm at it, I guess. Yeah, I'm excited about this. I think this is really fun. So let's see, 10 and a half. Yeah, so I have 4 more pockets I can make out of the paper. And yeah, I mean, I'm gonna hit my scrap fabric pile and see about these. Let's see what we might have to decorate this one. I have, again, no idea where we're at time-wise, but let's see. I think I would want a fabric rather than a rather than having a paper one. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna have anything that's gonna work. It's actually kind of cute. Let's see. That is cute. But how cute would it be with a stamp on it? Let's see if we find a stamp that we would like to use. I want it to be maybe just, you know, one that's kind of like these, that's not like got a big old flower on it or something. So let's just see. I need my sewing machine oil on my chair. It creaks every time I move to the side. This one's kind of cool. Yep. Okay, that's really fun. Let's okay, let's use some Fabri-Tac. And quite easily this guy's all done. And then those could be paper clusters. I mean, that's how I did the other ones, was just to do clusters, and I thought they turned out great. So okay, and then we'll glue this down. Maybe if the Fabri-Tac ever runs down. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope that you'll give these pockets a try. I think they're really fun. Okay, that goes right there. Yay, there's that one. How fun is that? Isn't that so cute? Yay! And it looks like the pre-made one. I mean, we really did kind of just, yeah, we just kind of did it. I'm so excited about that. Okay, so let's see if we have some clusters for these. If we do, like a little something to go. I've got lots of little ones, but I don't know if I have the right size or not. That's too long. That's one of those tracing paper things. That's kind of cool with a something as a focal point. Yeah, I kind of like that. Let's do it. Why not? I don't have a, you know, an immediate use for these pockets. I'm going to just put them in my finished ephemera stack. I feel like the pink and green one could easily go in some of the spring journals, so I don't know, might do that with those. Okay. And then how about a big flower of some sort? This is Char's Crafty Shop flower bucket. I mean, that's a great color. Oh, there it is, just like that. Awesome. I just really had fun with this, guys. Can you tell I'm just tickled with myself? It's been kind of fun not thinking, oh, what's my next journal project, because I need to, you know, I've got a lot of journals on tap for the retreat, but I'm sort of just, I'm filming ahead and I'm not wanting to start anything until I do go to my retreat. So it's like I'm finding all this other fun stuff to do. Yes, I love that one. That's so fun. Let's see if we can find something for this one. I'm bound and determined here. Oh my gosh, that's cute, isn't it? Oh, I do like that. I do think I'm gonna do a little bit of distressing. Just a little vintage photo around the edge. Little bit, not too much. We can put a little on the pocket now, okay? And specifically, I wanted to do the edges of this. Make the edges stand out a little bit more. So fun. I'll be putting this in my spring stuff. My spring stuff stash. Okay. And thinking one of these flowers here too, maybe. That's it. I don't know for my grungier pocket what would I have that would be good. Might have to think about that one and put it in with my grungy journal stuff and just see. But there's that one. So I love that too. Let's just look at what grungy I have in here. I had some snippets of maybe, oh, here they are. Like, that's kind of cool. That shiny, grungy thing. I should have sewn that on, I feel like, though, but I don't know. These are pieces. A friend gave me these. She just sewed a bunch. I don't know how she did it. Don't know. But I cut it up into clusters. That's not bad. I just don't know on that. See, I have from Rustic Prairie Gems some of Frida's little clusters that are, ooh, that's cute. I kind of want it a little longer in back. I wonder if I could add something to it. Like, these are Timmy things. That's really fun. That's it. That's it. We found it. Okay, let's put those on. I have no idea where we're at time-wise. Don't know, don't care. We're just having ourselves some fun. Oh gosh. Okay, this one I think, let's see. I'm gonna grab this piece of paper and put it in there because I'm afraid it might, this is a loose enough weave, it might just go right through and close up my pocket. it. We don't want that. Oh, guys, this was fun. Let me know if you give it a try. I hope my instructions were good and clear at the beginning for measurements and stuff. Okay, and we're gonna give it some on this side. Oh yeah, that's cute. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we can find clusters for these two. I mean, that would be awesome to get these all done, right? Let's see, what do we have? Let me get it over here where we can look. That's cute. I was wondering about one of these. These are from Lana Feedback Art. I don't think those are what I want. Do I have a little batch of slow stitch. I don't know, does that look weird hanging over the edge? I think we can do better than that. That's cute. That's what we're gonna do right there. Gonna put those two on and we'll have 2 for 6 pockets done. I have one of these in each one of my journals that I was preparing, so these are all just going to go in my prepared ephemera. My pre-made, I guess is what I usually call it. Okay, guys, that's it. We're done. So this was my prototype. I just kind of dissected it and measured and tried to figure out the measurements. These are the first two that we made. Then Mr. Grungy Pants. There he is. And then lighter fabric, which I'm really tickled that works because I really wasn't sure if lighter fabric would work, but I love that. And then a couple of versions in paper too. So there you have it. There you have it. We will just call this Canvas Pocket. I don't know what we'll call it. I'll figure that out when I put the title on the video. Thanks, everybody. Have a grateful day. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.